apartment.
I'm meteorologist Christopher Mathis. 3 separate severe thunderstorm warnings are currently in effect. Let's go through those with our Delta News Storm Tracker. The one that was issued first covers much of Coahoma County, and it's valid until 5:15. Let me get that information on the screen for you here. At 4:45, about 15 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm was located near Clarksdale, moving southwest at 40 miles per hour. There could be winds as strong as 60 miles per hour within this flashing yellow box. The worst of this right now seems to be west of Clarksdale, between Clarksdale and the Mississippi River. That's where the most lightning is and also the heaviest rain. There's not any mention of hail with this storm. There could be some very small hail. The primary threat, though, is the damaging wind gusts and all the lightning. Much of Coahoma County from Clarksdale to the west and south is included within this severe thunderstorm warning. If you're in that area, you need to be inside a strong building and away from all the windows until that warning expires. Another warning is valid now for portions of Carroll, Grenada, and Montgomery counties. This one was issued less than 10 minutes ago. I'm going to change the view here and find this warning. This looks like this covers a bigger area. We might have to zoom out just a little bit to get the whole thing on the screen here. And I'm going to switch the radar site to Jackson as opposed to Memphis. That should give us a better view of the storm. Here's the warning inside the flashing yellow box covering a big portion of 3 different counties now, east and northeast of Greenwood. At 4:53, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Grenada to near Lodi, Mississippi, moving southwest at 30 miles per hour. Looks like a lot of storminess here just to the north and northeast of Grenada, but again, the movement of this storm is to the southwest. So that's why much of Carroll and Montgomery counties are also included with the warning. Again, with this one, winds could be as strong as 60 miles per hour. Severe storm will be near Duck Hill by 5:10, Holcomb by 5:15, Winona by 5:25, down to Carrollton and North Carrollton by 5:40 if it holds together. People in this area need to be inside a strong building away from the windows. That includes Carrollton and Grenada and Winona. One more storm is developing right over Greenville. I don't have a specific bulletin on this one, but it's probably just like the others, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Here's the storm. We can hear a lot of thunder outside the TV station now. Most of the lightning seems to be close to the Highway 82 bridge. This storm is moving southwest at 30 miles per hour. And again, 60 mile per hour winds could be occurring in the Greenville area, and especially now between Greenville and Lake Village. Lake Village is also included with this warning. Everybody in Greenville and Lake Village and points in between needs to be inside a strong building away from the windows between now and 5:45. We'll have further updates throughout the newscast, and the Delta News starts now.
News that works for you. This is the Delta News at 5.
Coming up, after a murder-suicide claims the lives of a father and daughter, the mother of a child speaking out tonight, blaming law enforcement for her child's death. Late details on the way. Plus, a look at an effort to get all of Mississippi's rural areas connected to high-speed internet. This and more starts now. Thanks for joining us for your Delta News at 5. I'm Lakia Scott. Topping your news, the mother of a baby girl who was shot and killed by the child's father says she believes the Holmes County Sheriff's Department did not do enough to protect her and her family. This after a police chase through 3 Delta counties ended in a murder-suicide. The Delta News' Denise Turner joins us live now with more. Denise.
Good evening, Lakia. I spoke with Holmes County Sheriff Willie March this morning about the claims the baby's mother, Kimberly Outlaw, posted on her Facebook page about the department failing to prevent the deadly ending. Sheriff March says it's simply not true. The gun on himself says this on a post on her Facebook page, that Holmes County Sheriff's Department didn't do enough to prevent yesterday's deadly shooting.
We received a phone call from the grandmother saying that her daughter had been held hostage by Lloyd and Kruger, and during the time the deputy was heading towards Kruger to her daughter's residence, the call came back in saying that he had actually left Kruger with the baby. He let the mother go and took the baby in the highway 82 towards LaFlora County.
Authorities say the father, Levante Lloyd, kidnapped his baby daughter, Kamaya, and led law enforcement on a chase through Holmes, LaFlora, and Sunflower County on Thursday. Outlaw states, "I've constantly begged Holmes County Sheriff's Department and his family to keep him away from me. All this could have been avoided. My family has done all they can to protect me and my family." Outlaw says Lloyd had been stalking and harassing her both at her job and at home. She says she did all she could do by changing her number and requesting a protective order. Holmes County Sheriff Willie March says Outlaw had filed a petition for a domestic abuse protection order on July 2nd, just 3 days before the murder-suicide, but they were waiting for a signature from a judge before they could enforce it. Outlaw also tells about her concerns about Lloyd's mental health. She says at one point she even begged for him to get help. She said it cost her baby's life. Lakia Outlaw also asked for continued thoughts and prayers for the family. Sheriff March says the case has been moved to the MBI office located in Greenwood. Live in the studio, Denise Turner, the Delta News. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Denise. A Mississippi man is dead following a shooting in Clarksdale. Jimmy Huggins was shot while driving his car in the area of 7th Street and Ashton around 1:30 last Thursday morning. The car came to a halt in a grassy area near Yazoo. Police did not release any suspect information or motive for the shooting. This is the 3rd homicide in the area in the last month and a half. If you have any information that could help solve this case, call Clarksdale Police. The Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics seeking the public's help locating a suspect who fled while authorities searched his home for drugs. 40-year-old Christopher Smith faces charges of possession with intent to distribute crack cocaine and marijuana. NBN Director John Dowdy says agents executed a search warrant Tuesday at a home in Brookhaven where they seized high-grade marijuana and crack cocaine. Dowdy says the search follows a 6-month investigation by the NBN in cooperation with the Brookhaven Police Department, Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, and Mississippi Department of Corrections. Anyone with information on Smith's whereabouts is asked to call the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics at 1-800-844-NARC or contact your local law enforcement agency. The DA in the Jessica Chambers murder case is accused of misconduct, according to a local Memphis website. A recent filing by defense attorney Darla Palmer accuses John Champion of secretly meeting with her client, Jalen Cottle, to get him to testify against murder suspect Quentin Tellis. Tellis and Cottle met in jail. The affidavit states Champion told Cottle he'd help him out in the case if he'd say that Tellis went by the name Eric. Jessica Chambers was said to have mumbled the name Eric when she was asked by first responders who set her on fire. Palmer now wants Champion thrown off of the case. A hearing is set for Monday. More area homes can go under repair thanks to recent funding. The Delta Force Disaster Recovery Fund of Washington County taking in a $7,500 grant from the Presbyterian Disaster Assistance. The money will help repair homes in the county damaged by flooding earlier this year. Over 60 homes were reported damaged back in February.
On behalf of Delta Force Disaster Recovery, we are so appreciative to First Presbyterian Church for this grant. Dr. Sharman, You just don't realize how much this is going to help those in need in our community. Of course, the flooding happened again here in Washington County, and we always are in need of grants and financial contributions. So we just are so appreciative of your church.
Repairs on the damaged homes will begin this month. The 4th of July enforcement period has come to a close. The period began Tuesday and wrapped up Wednesday at midnight. Officials report more than 4,500 citations were issued during the enforcement period, including 41 DUI arrests. A total of 61 crashes were investigated, which included 2 fatalities and 17 injuries on state, federal highways and interstate systems. MHP recorded a dramatic increase in citations issued, along with a significant decrease in traffic crashes investigated when compared to last year. Meantime, some local teens learned the importance of highway safety. The Delta News' Aaliyah Sims reports from Greenwood.
Greenwood's Boys and Girls Club teens experienced a demonstration on the importance of highway safety. Nicholas Jackson, outreach specialist of Safe Kids Mississippi, travels around the state to inform young people about the dangers of distracted driving.
We're actually number 5 in the whole nation of youth getting killed. We're number 1 in the nation for kids under the age of 16 in car crashes.
Jackson says he hopes his personal experience can help make a change in the state.
I went through a lot in my past when it comes to car crashes. I have been in trouble for a DUI in my past. That's my most favorite topic to teach these kids, because I know how it affected my life, and I want them to prevent all the mistakes that I've made in my past.
Teens were able to feel the effects of drunk driving as they had to wear drunk glasses that were 3 times the legal limit while trying to walk a straight line.
It was difficult for me to walk and see, because I wasn't on the yellow line at all. It made me very blurry. Yeah, you can see.
Cynthia Hoover, unit director of the Boys and Girls Club, says learning highway safety precautions is valuable in teens' lives.
If you know better, you do better. Once you learn highway safety, importance of wearing your seatbelts, not texting and driving, and being safe on the highway, we save lives.
Really hope that my message gets to you, and hope that Mississippi will become a state that's, ideal to other states, and just get better drivers out there on the road, and everybody make sure that they stay buckled up, they stay sober, they stay distraction free, all while driving.
In Greenwood, Aaliyah Sims, the Delta News.
Jackson's next stop, the Mississippi Valley State Boys and Girls Club in Itabena. A 1992 U.S. Supreme Court ruling prohibiting states from requiring online retailers to collect sales tax has been reversed. Now Mississippi mayors are asking legislators to make it law in order to fund transportation improvements. The state currently has a 7% sales tax that is collected through most retail items. Those retailers are required by law to collect tax on in-store purchases and submit it to the state. The state has also been collecting 100% of online sales tax, also known as use tax, for the state's budget. Greenville Mayor Eric Simmons, who also serves on the Municipal League's executive committee, is pushing to bring those taxes back to local municipalities.
We're asking the state not to keep the 100% of this use tax with this new Supreme Court ruling, and remit that and give it back to municipalities, all municipalities, and we can in turn use that for public infrastructure. We can use it for parks, we can use it for utilities and public safety of all of our citizens.
Well, coming up at 6, we'll explain how the sales tax will impact the state and share when a decision will be made by the legislature. Governor Phil Bryant names Shad White as the new state auditor. The governor announced today that 32-year-old would become auditor on July 17th. White replaces Stacey Pickering, who resigned recently to become executive director of the Mississippi State Veterans Affairs Board. White grew up in Sandersville, Mississippi. In 2011, he served as director of policy to then Lieutenant Governor Bryant. White has practiced law in the private sector, served as a special prosecutor in Rankin County, and most recently served as director of the Mississippi Justice Institute. Well, we live in a digital age, but some parts of our state still aren't fully connected. Statewide reporter Courtney Ann Jackson explains how a new effort could improve the broadband connections in rural areas.
Rural, I guess you would call it.
That's how many Mississippians describe where they live, and with that comes another reality.
We don't get access to high speed. I know we get like satellite internet, but I don't know if we get like super high speed that's like really quick internet. But actually we just have unlimited data on our phone, so we just use our phones for everything.
Samantha King isn't alone. Northern District Public Service Commissioner Brandon Presley wants to address the problem.
I think it's an infrastructure crisis in Mississippi. Rural Mississippians deserve the same quality of life as folks living in big cities, and we're holding those communities back.
There's $600 million now available from the federal government. It's for electric power cooperatives to provide fiber internet to the rural areas. But that's not an option in Mississippi right now.
We've got